In this video, you will find step-by-step instructions on how to replace a communication radio inside a MUSCO control and monitoring cabinet, also known as a CMC. If possible, please have an OOA switch key on hand to put the OOA switch in the auto position. There are many variations of control cabinets, but the process to replace the radio is in most cases the same. Here are the cabinets that your location may have. Upon arrival at the CMC, please note for future reference the project number on the label located on the inside of the door. Power to the CMC will need to be shut off prior to removing the existing radio. The preferred method of doing this would be to shut off the main breaker, which will shut off the control power as well as the high voltage power to the line side of the contactor. The second method would be to shut off only the 120 volt breaker that supplies power to the controls. If the breaker cabinet is inaccessible or the breaker or breakers are unknown, the third option would be to disengage the F3 fuse holder inside the CMC. If method 2 or 3 is used to shut off power, please be aware that there will still be high voltage present on the line side of the contactors. The fuse holder inside the CMC is labeled F3, and its location will either be on the top left corner or the middle left of the cabinet, depending on which control cabinet you have. There are 2 variations of this fuse holder. If you have this style, old F fuses, pull outward on the F3. Ensure the fuse does not fall out from the bottom of the holder. If you have this style of fuse holder, new F fuses, pull outward where the green lettering is to rock the fuse holder out. To verify power has been shut off, confirm that all LEDs on the control module, communication radio, and monitoring module are off. Once power has been shut off and confirmed, locate the communication radio either in the top right or middle right of the cabinet. In the smaller, retrofit cabinets, the radio is located right below the control module. Remove the 2 Phillips or Torx T25 screws securing the radio bracket to the white back panel. If the radio mounting bracket has keyhole slots, then the screws can be loosened a few turns instead of removed all the way. Once the radio has been removed, unplug the Cat5 Ethernet cable and the black or green 6-pin Phoenix power connector. Then unscrew the antenna cable. Ensure the cables do not come in contact with the components below the monitoring module. If you are replacing the antenna as well, use channel locks or pliers to loosen and remove the antenna cable from the bottom of the antenna. Then loosen and remove the holding nut on the bottom of the antenna. Once these 2 are removed, the antenna can be removed off the top of the CMC and the new one can be installed. Ensure that the blue O-ring remains in place on the bottom side of the new antenna during installation, as this is the weather seal preventing water penetration into the cabinet. Once the new antenna is installed, thread on the nut and tighten with the pliers or channel locks. Thread on the antenna cable and hand tighten first, then tighten with pliers. Do not over-tighten this connection. The new radio you received will use a 10-pin power connector. You will need to remove the white wire and the black wire from the 6-pin connector from the old radio using the included small screwdriver. The 10-pin power connector is located on the back of the new radio, plugged into either the top or bottom slot. The white wire will terminate on the positive screw in the screw position 2 or 12, and the black wire will terminate on the negative screw in screw position 1 or 11. If you remove the connector to terminate the wires, plug it back into the bottom terminal of the radio. Plug in the Cat5 Ethernet cable and screw on the antenna cable onto the antenna port labeled primary. Secure the radio to the white back panel using the Phillips or T25 Torx screws that were previously removed from the existing radio. Locate the 10-digit serial number on the white sticker adjacent to the antenna connection on the front of the new radio. Restore power to the CMC by either turning on the breaker or breakers or pushing in the F3 fuse holder, whichever method you used to shut off the power. Once these steps have been completed, call the Control Link call center at 877-347-3319 and provide the Control Link operator with the project number that was located on the inside label of the door. Ask for a monitoring technician to program the replacement radio. Provide the serial number to the monitoring technician and they will complete the radio installation process by programming the radio. they will test the function of the system by turning the lights on and off, as long as the OOA switch is in the auto position. The monitoring technician will then advise on how to dispose of the radio you removed. Thank you for watching this MUSCO Communication radio installation